This is Rock and Roll English. Real people, real English. Here's your host, Martin Johnston.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rock and Roll English, episode number I have not checked. I'm guessing 358. That's a guess. You'll have to tell me. I will write it when I publish this episode so you can check. But I'm just too lazy to do that. So on to today's episode, and I am talking to Mental Marky Mark. Yes, he is back. And we talk about holidays because the holiday season is very much upon us. And speaking of that, this will actually be the last podcast for a few weeks. Again, if you ask me when the next podcast will be, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really thought it through, but I am going to Italy for a few weeks, and so it will be towards the end of August. Okay, so enjoy this episode and I will talk to you at the end. Happy listening. Mental Marky Mark, how are you today?
Hello mate, good to be back. I'm alright, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Always fantastic, Mental Marky Mark. Always fantastic. Even more fantastic, I'm looking at you with your baseball cap on.
Yeah.
That's quite, you look like a sort of park ranger.
Very, very Americanized, that's what's happened to me.
Yeah. Did you get that from the States, from your time over there?
I did, yeah. And it's one of those ones that you buy a hat from something you have nothing to do with. Like this is from a golf course. And apparently like quite a famous one, but I like the look of it. But people ask me if I played that particular golf course, and I just say no, I don't know what you're talking about. Which offends.
Are you a golfer?
I have started. I've had a couple of lessons, and I do enjoy it.
That's because you hang around with posh people.
It's not a posh sport, mate. It's not posh.
It's definitely a posh sport.
No, not
golf.
No, come on.
It's posh.
Accessible.
It's too posh for me. Are you any good?
I think we should have a golf day for everyone, and you can be the judge. No, I'm not very good, but I can do a drive. I can do a few iron shots. Do some putting. Putting, yes.
Some real golf vocabulary for people. Yeah. That's when you're on the green at the last bit. You have to put the ball in.
Get a couple of birdies
just to show you how.
Yeah.
Is that when? That's when you do it. No, in fact, let's stop on golf vocabulary. I'm sure people are thinking I'm not tuning in for golf vocabulary, but just to tell you how much of a lad I am.
Go on.
I like football golf. Have you ever played that?
I've seen it. No, I've not played it.
We should have a game of that. That is brilliant.
Is that a very posh sport?
It's the absolute polar opposite of posh, but a lot of fun. So there you go. Okay, Mental Marky Mark. How do we usually start the show?
Let's see if we've got any reviews. I reckon you have.
Okay, so you're half right. So someone sent me a message recently saying I have sent you a review, but I haven't actually been able to locate it. So I'm in the process of locating this review. Okay. But just to tell people again, it's this difficult to find the reviews. So please do send me messages like this person. Next time I'm sure we're going to have one. But anyway, so on to today's pod. So I had no idea what to talk about. We arranged this last minute, and because I did say to Mental Marky Mark, can we do next week? And you said, I'm on holiday. So I thought, you know what? Let's talk about holidays. Yes. Okay. So went straight on ChatGPT. Give me 20 entertaining questions about holidays. Okay. So that's what we've got. So on holidays, this was literally word for word from ChatGPT. Are you a we need an itinerary person, or let's see where the day takes us disaster?
I am a let's see where the day takes us disaster, but I'm married. I'm married to a we need an itinerary person. So that's where we're at. I almost don't believe that. For me, you're the itinerary guy with your park ranger baseball cap on. I can imagine with a bum bag. I don't know if people know what bum bags are. The fanny packs.
The classic tourists. Is that true? They call them fanny packs in America.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Yeah.
But does fanny also mean vagina in America?
No, it means ass. Like it means bum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It means bum.
Yeah. So we call it a bum bag, and they call it a fanny pack. Yeah.
Oh, right, because it's still bum for them.
Yeah.
Fanny is bum.
Yeah.
Right, because in the UK, a fanny, that is a great word, actually.
It's a great word.
Fanny, isn't it?
And there's the famous Office sketch. I don't know if everyone's fans of the British Office, the original, where Keith explains the translation of fanny pack and goes on to say, well, fanny, of course, in America means your bum, not your minge, and then eats a Scotch egg. It's comedy genius.
That is an absolute classic scene of British TV.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Not your minge, which again, I did not expect to be talking about slang words for
you never know what
female
you're going to
genitalia.
get. Never know what you're going to get.
Never. That's the beauty of rock and roll English. But yeah, that is how I imagine it. And you know where this comes from? From our holiday in 2003 in Faliraki.
It's legendary.
In Faliraki, which is in Greece near Rhodes, that's the airport we went to. And Mental Marky Mark one day said, "Oh, let's go and see the ancient Greek ruins." And we were like, "What are you talking about? Why would we want to do that? Are you mental? No, we'll just stay here." And you actually went with the girls that we had made friends with, didn't you?
Yeah, I went with the girls from Tring, which is a town in the UK. They wanted to go, so I went with them. And you guys, carried on drinking by the pool.
Well, not entirely true. I stayed in bed because daytimes were for sleeping and evenings were for... Daytimes were just trying to get ready for the night out later that day. So, I stayed in bed. I wasn't a drinking by the pool guy. Or, in fact, that brings me to another question I have here, which is... ChatGPT worded it really nicely, actually, but I can't find it. But it was something along the lines... Oh, here it is. What's your personal rule for when it's acceptable to start drinking on holiday?
That is a good question. So, again, the game is different when you have children. However, it depends on the weather. So if it's like a glorious sunny day, why not 11 a.m.? Everyone says midday, but if you're being sensible, just have a cold beer with lunch. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
See, I've never been... In fact, answer me this. I don't know if I've seen this, but with you, like 6 a.m. airport beer. So no. I honestly have never done that.
No,
have you?
No. And
I can imagine you getting pulled along with the peer pressure, though.
In fact, someone like our good friend... well, all of them really, but I'm sure I've seen him sat in Stansted Airport with a pint of Guinness at 6 a.m. He's the sort of character to pull that off.
The worst was Corporal Comer.
Yeah.
He loved that.
He did.
But it's never been something and even when I am on holiday, I don't get, like my brother, for example, a few years ago, we went on holiday together and it was like all inclusive, drink what you want, and he would wake up, get by the pool and start drinking alcohol from like 9 a.m. until the moment he went to bed. Not like really, he was never like really drunk, but he was just constantly drinking the whole time.
Some people, that is holiday. The weird thing is,
I know.
Our best holiday, it was before kids, that we go on about. Fortunately, we've done a few wicked holidays. But the one that stands out is we went to Morocco, but it was kind of dry. So it was the one holiday we didn't drink, and we climbed a mountain and just hung out in a hotel and stuff and didn't drink. But it was amazing because you actually felt like refreshed when you got home and chilled out, rather than hungover and stressed, which is what holidays mean these days.
Well, it's just that British mentality, isn't it, of just drinking on holiday. Yeah. I specifically remember, I don't know why. I said to Boom Boom, why don't we, strangely enough, go to Sweden? This was before he had met Mrs. Boom Boom, who is obviously Swedish. And I said, flights are really cheap. And he said, but I think it's really expensive to drink there. And then I said, this was already when I'd moved to Italy and I'd sort of, I was a bit sort of European culture. Yeah. And I said, well, what about if we just don't drink? And it was like what?
You what, mate? We're getting towards that, though. We're getting towards that age where we'd probably go. When we went to Valencia last year, that was brilliant. It did lack itinerary. It did lack a bit of direction. But when we got there, it was fine. And I think if we do an activity now, we'd be happy. But that doesn't include cracking a beer open like Hillary does at 9 a.m.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, even the second night, I didn't even drink when we were in Valencia.
yeah.
But the ideal drinking for me now is a drink just before lunch, like on almost an empty stomach, because it really goes to your head. You really get this. It's the hits the sweet spot. And then have something to eat, then I'm okay. And then same again for dinner. Before I have dinner, a couple of drinks, have dinner, and then you kind of forget about it. But okay, here's one. Do you buy gifts for people holiday? Because when we were kids, it was like, I don't know, like your aunt's been on holiday and they'd bring you like a magnet back from
those days are gone.
Paris.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, that's what I think.
If I go on a trip with work or Valencian stuff, I'll get the kids a fridge magnet. That's it. Our fridge is covered in fridge magnets from places we've been. That's it. Actually, no postcards, no nothing.
In Valencia, I remember with you, we went to look for something to buy for the kids. I didn't even buy them anything. Thought, I'm not buying anything. Just because it was just absolute tat, like absolute rubbish. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy this. It'll be on the fridge and then they'll probably put it down. It will get broken.
They don't care.
Even though it was only like €3, I just thought, you know what? I'm making a stand. I'm not just buying it for the sake of it. Okay. But yeah, I agree. Those days are so not that long ago. It very sweet, I suppose. Mrs. R&R's younger sister. It was probably about 5 years ago now, actually. But she went to Budapest, I believe, and she came back and got me like a Hard Rock Cafe keyring from Budapest, and she gave it to me. My immediate thing was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And obviously, I should have said thank you. I was like, what are you doing? Like, people stopped doing that in the 90s, didn't they?
You can have it. Yeah.
Did you send me a postcard as well?
There's no.
I forgot about postcards. Yeah.
And when you move house, you find stuff like Hard Rock Cafe keyrings that have no significance to you whatsoever, and it just goes into landfill if it's anything like us moving house. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Okay, well, in fact, I'll leave that one. I was going to say, what about a guidebook? Have you ever bought a guidebook like Lonely Planet? Where are you? You told me. So where are you going on your holiday? You go to
the
Holland,
Netherlands. Yeah. Okay. And yes, we have the guidebook, and you'll see in our house we've got all of the guidebooks. We've got a whole bookshelf.
Oh, really?
Lonely Planets. We're that sort of people. So sorry about that. Love a guidebook to plan the itinerary.
Well, I mean, it is that is, I think, probably the best thing to do, because then you do see more. But I just can't be arsed with it. I go with the flow. But so another friend who was like this, a friend from university, I always, this example always comes up in my mind. He came to see me in Rome, and I got him a bike. We cycled around the city, saw Colosseum, all of the sites, and then we were near the Vatican, and I said, look, we can either go to the Vatican now. But I said, but it's Super Sunday now, and it's Tottenham against Newcastle, or we could go to the English pub and watch that. What do you want to do? He chose watch Tottenham against Newcastle instead of seeing the Vatican, which I still don't think he's ever seen in his life. So... Great game, though. I remember it perfectly. Finished 2-2, and we were doing fantasy football at the time, and my player got a goal and an assist. And I was absolutely loving it. So I was over the moon that he chose to watch a Premier League game in an English pub on Sky Sports.
I love that. I still can't believe, and I speak to my friends, like a lot of my friends love Italy, and I tell them that, my mate, Mr. R&R, loves Italy, lived there. He lived in Rome. It's like, so have you been to Rome? I'm like, no. Have you been?
You never came, did you?
Foolish, so foolish.
Oh,
what's going on?
What kind of friend are you, mental Marky? I didn't even notice that, but now I'm going to delete you from my friends list. Okay.
I do want you to move back. Just move back. Yeah, that'd be great.
Still a chance. Yeah. Okay. What about this? Do you overpack or underpack?
I usually always overpack.
Oh, of course you do. You go on even when we went to Valencia, we were there like 2 days, and you had 10 pairs of socks.
I overpack. I have to admit it, I overpack. But I always forget something crucial. I'll always forget something. So I end up buying stuff at the airport or in the town or whatever, because I forgot my toothbrush or.
Those are annoying things when you forget those things, aren't they? I think I remember just stealing your toothpaste actually, because I didn't have any of that. I remember my toothbrush, but not my toothpaste, which kind of go hand in hand, really, don't they? But I'm definitely an underpacker. But I also, especially when you're somewhere hot, like if you're going like a beach holiday, like I'm going to Sicily, we've rented a place by the beach, and so Mrs. R&R, she's an overpacker.
Yeah.
And she'll even sometimes like even put things in the suitcase after me. So I know you've got to bring these things. I said, but there is no point. I'm literally going to wear my swim shorts.
Yeah.
2 pairs of swim shorts will be enough.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wear a t-shirt, and that's it. I don't need anything else.
Yeah. That's how I think. But then the last minute throws before I close the bag, I'm like, I'll shove a rain mac in, or if it gets cold, or when we land, it will get cold back in the UK, so I'll chuck a jumper. And that's where I'll go wrong. That's where I'll go wrong. Shall I put some washing tablets in?
For washing tablets, for some reason, when I have to like pack a suitcase to go somewhere, I always consider it like, when a World Cup squad is being picked. Okay, so they have to pick the players to go to the World Cup. You've got the people that are going to be there, like your superstars. They're going to be there. But then it's always like, who's going to make it? Who's going to make the plane? This T-shirt or this T-shirt? Yeah. And I also find that there's always one item of clothing that becomes a star on the holiday, which you maybe haven't worn for a couple of years. And you think, I'm going to bring that. Yeah. And then you wear it all holiday.
Yeah. It's like the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer of your clothing. Like sat on the subs bench, but then absolutely wins it on. Looks better in the sunshine.
Oh, and that's it, isn't it? I only wear yellow on holiday, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful suntan with a yellow T-shirt.
Wins every time.
Yes, please.
Wins every time.
Absolute winner. Okay, what about this one? Okay. Well, I'll start with my answer, because that might help you to think of an answer, because I don't want you to offend anyone with this one. Okay. But what about your worst holiday? Okay. Now, for me, were you there? I don't know. But a few of us went to Blackpool. And if anyone ever visits the UK, do not go to Blackpool. It is the absolute, my God, like gutter, like scum of the UK. It was the worst place I've ever been on this planet. It was Blackpool.
Yeah, listeners, never go there. And sorry if you are from there, and maybe you've got some nice things to say about it. But
doubt many people from Blackpool are going to be listening to this. But
it's rubbish. So where's the worst place I've been? So I've been to a lot of terrible places on holiday, and actually, so last summer, and it wasn't really anything to do with the place. We went to the North Devon coast this week in July. So Devon, this is in England, by the way, for people that don't know. It's the kind of forgotten part of the country, isn't it? So if you were looking at a map of England, it's the bit in the kind of bottom left, because the country just does go on for longer than you think, and it's just kind of like forgotten about over there, isn't it? It's like no one gives a toss about Devon. But beautiful coastline, beautiful villages and stuff, rolling hills, and I went there, and where we stayed was absolutely fine. But the weather in July...
This is why I don't go on holiday in the UK.
Low cloud. I'm not joking. It was great. You didn't see the sun for the whole week, and it was drizzling, and you're still getting in the pool with the kids, and they're shivering, and you go into the beach in the rain, and you're just like, what is this?
That is a nightmare. That is exactly why I just that's why I've not seen much of the UK as well, because I don't like going on holiday, because it's not like it's cheaper. It's not like, I'll stay here, I'm not going to go anywhere because it's cheaper. It costs more than going abroad normally. It's just easier to get to. That's the only advantage. But because the weather is so bad that it's so unpredictable,
and I can't be that British person. I can't be that British person who's like, oh, it's okay, we're on holiday, it's just a bit of weather, it's just a bit of fun. I'm like in a terrible mood going, this is terrible, I don't want to be here. Next year we're going to go abroad.
I love the fact you sent the kids in the swimming pool anyway. Yes, it's raining and 14 degrees, but you're going in the swimming pool. We are on holiday, okay? Just pretend you're having a good time.
It was definitely like that. Get in.
You have that with kids. I've taken like my kids to like baby classes before, and you've paid for it, and then after 5 minutes they want to go home. No, we have paid for this, so you are going to have fun, and it's going to be great. Okay,
don't get upset. No, I don't get upset.
Which doesn't really, it's not really creating the right environment for fun. When you have to tell someone to have fun, it's not always good, is it? So this one actually, I just love the way ChatGPT asks this. You have kind of answered it already though. It says, do you all always forget one important thing when packing. What's your usual victim? Charger, toothbrush, or dignity?
I mean, depends what. I mean, Falaraki, I forgot my my dignity. That's for sure.
Well, I think we all left our dignity at home on that holiday, didn't we?
The toothbrush and the charger, yeah, absolute givens. They're always the ones. Well done, ChatGPT, because
yeah, I actually recently, well, I wouldn't really call it a holiday, but we went to Sicily, not on holiday. So this time we're going on holiday, so we've got a place by the beach. We went on holiday to stay with like my parents-in-law, and I forgot my computer charger, and I was supposed to be working. But luckily in their house, 'cause I've still got half of my old house from Italy in their house, I found my computer from like 2007, which was still working. So do you know, like when you have to like switch it on, and then you switch on, then you like go and have a shower and have breakfast, and by the time you finished,
it's up and running.
It's on. But
did you find any photos on it?
I did actually. There were a few, but yeah, I kind of find with like a computer like that, it's kind of similar to me, of like once it gets going, so like once it gets moving, it's okay. It's how I feel most mornings. I wake up thinking I want to die and think, oh my god, I feel terrible. Yeah. And then like, in the mornings, not a lot. You think, oh, I'm not going to get through the day. But once I get going, and then, well, this is the problem actually. Then it gets to about 8 o'clock, and then that's kind of where I'm sort of at my best and thinking I'm really enjoying the day now. And then you go to bed late, and then the whole cycle starts again because you're tired the next day.
It's like my life. That's just like the daily grind for me. Yeah. Always tired. It's terrible.
Exactly. Okay, so what about this? Do you ever steal things from hotels? So like shampoo?
I don't think that's.
What else do they?
I don't think that's stealing. You know when they provide you with
what
the tea
towels?
bags.
Have you ever stolen a towel?
I don't think I have. Maybe by accident. I've taken a towel home or whatever.
Oh, sure, they all do it by accident, don't they? Oh, sorry, have I got all of the hotel towels in my bags?
Whoops,
sorry,
whoops.
Oh, what an accident!
I do usually nick all the biscuits and the herbal tea, and some of the coffee sachets. I don't know why. My dad has got drawers. He's got drawers from when he travelled in their bathroom, and I mean like rammed with all those small like shampoo. Like it was going to last him a lifetime. Don't need to buy any anymore. It's ridiculous. Have you?
Okay, so we are going to have to stop the episode there because we immediately jump into a stories which I don't want in the public domain, so they will stay for the R&R family pod, which will be out tomorrow for all R&R family members. If you are interested in becoming a member and listening to all of the other podcasts, there are more than 1,000. Yes, you heard that right, more than 1,000 episodes not in the public domain. Go to rockandrollenglish.com, click membership. Anyway, on to the vocab from today's pod. There were a few from my vocab course, actually. So when Mental Marky Mark asked me about football golf and said, is that a posh sport? So posh meaning for rich people. I said it's the polar opposite of posh, meaning the complete opposite, just a more rock and roll way to say it. And he also said the holiday that he always goes on about was a holiday in, I can't remember, but somewhere where he didn't drink. So when you go on about something, you're always talking about it. I mentioned how a beer before I eat always hits the sweet spot. So it hits the spot, basically. If something hits the spot, it's just what you need at that exact moment. I also mentioned how I don't buy presents for my family when I go on holiday because it's normally absolute tat, meaning just rubbish. So I said I'm making a stand. So if you make a stand, you know, like a protest, let's say. And I said I'm not buying it for the sake of it. So for the sake of it, I love that term. Just, you know, because everyone else does it. So, oh yeah, I suppose I'd better buy a magnet as well. That's buying something just for the sake of it. I also mentioned how toothbrushes and toothpaste go hand in hand. You know, generally you have one, you have the other, don't you? They go together. Another one from the vocab course. And then Mental Marky Mark said when he went on holiday in the UK last year, his kids were shivering in the pool. So shivering, very, very cold. And we also spoke about the daily grind, which you go to bed tired, you wake up tired, you have long day. You go to bed late, so then you wake up tired again the next day. That is part of the daily grind. Anyway, that is it for today's podcast. I will see you, like I said, in a few weeks. And in the meantime, enjoy your holidays if you are having some. If not, enjoy your life, I suppose, until I talk to you again. So thanks a lot for listening. I will talk to you very soon. But in the meantime, just keep on rocking, baby.
Thanks so much for listening to Rock and Roll English. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit rockandrollenglish.com and facebook.com/rockandrollenglish. We'll catch you next time.